What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo. And after the last couple of videos of doing imprint stone testing, a lot of you are really curious as to whether or not a double attack stone is actually better than a BS stone on the BS characters. And I really wasn't planning on doing another testing video, but I do think it's a good idea because the BS characters are coming very soon. However, the BS stones you actually get for free is kind of the thing, for every memory that you get. So you'll get one memory that's going to take you up to 1 star, right? And you'll get 1 free stone. Whenever you get 2 memories, you'll get 2 free stones. Whenever you get 3 memories, you'll get 3 stones. And so you're going to get completely free stones, and I would highly recommend that you put them on there. Something else to note is that, with the double attack stones, like this one here, you're going to get a total of, you got 12% here to the attack type, 10% here. That's 22% extra damage. And then if you have the dot damage that actually synergizes with the dot from the character, you'll get a little bit extra damage from it, right? So you're looking at 22% extra attack. However, with these first 2 BS stones, you're getting 10% attack. You're getting an increased boss syndrome fighter blast skill by 15%, and there's no cooldown on this thing. And then you're getting a solid 10% extra damage. And then if you look at the second stone, you actually get the same, 10% attack. Whoops. And then you get increased boss fighter strike skill damage by 15%. So you got one stone that's going to give that extra 15% blast skill damage. And then you got another stone that's going to give you 50% strike skill damage. And again, there is no cooldown on these things. So you always have it. And then, of course, you're going to get the extra 10%. So in all reality, you're looking at an extra 35%. Whenever, they're doing their strike skill, that's 35%. And it's going to be 35% when they're doing their strike skills. And really and I don't know what's going to happen with Geese Howard and Chrysalid when they show up, but with Rugal and Orochi, when you're spamming their skills, Rugal does have a blast skill right here. You're going to spam that skill, and you're going to spam this skill, right? And you got a strike skill here. The closed fist is a strike skill. And little arrow down is a blast skill. So you're going to want both of those stones because it's just going to be better than any stone that you actually get in the game as far as damage. And if you look at Orochi, it's the same thing. Whenever you spam his skills, he's got blast skills, right? But then his third skill is a strike skill. So it's the same deal for him. You're still going to want those first 2 stones, especially for these characters, because they're just going to deal a lot more damage. I don't think there's any comparing these 2 stones versus a double attack stone. However, the last stone is actually just increased attack by 10%. You get the decreased damage received by 30% for 5 seconds when a boss syndrome fighter is attacked. Now in PvE, this is actually very useful. It is on 15-second cooldown. It's very useful because it really helps their survive ability. But in all reality, you probably could play without it. I don't know why you would, because you're actually going to get this stone for free. But for whatever reason, if you are using a gold imprint stone, a double attack stone, you will get more attack because the stone only gives you, this BS stone only gives you 10% extra attack and then 10% here. So that's 20% extra attack. And if you put on a double attack stone, let's see if I can find it here. Now you're looking at an extra 12% there and then 10% here. So that's 22% extra attack, and Rugal does have bleed. And we're going to get that extra bleed damage by 25% for 10 seconds upon using an awaken skill. So after we use the awaken skill, our bleed is going to rise up. So with this stone, you actually will do more damage. If you try replacing this stone or the second stone, it's not going to help you. Losing 15% on your blast skills or losing 50% on strike skill on BS Orochi or BS Rugal is a bad idea. This is really the only one maybe you would consider replacing, but in all honesty, I just wouldn't. I don't think there's really a big enough difference between them, but that is what we're going to test. And of course, we're going to go against the spider robots. We can actually get a fair test. And just so you guys know, just so you see this, I am running the Serena set, and the Serena set doesn't have any RNG attack stats. You just got a solid 34% extra attack. And we won't be tagging in because he'll be the first character that drops in. And then we just got 2 cooldown cards. I was going to put the Rugal option card on Rugal, but the thing is, it gives you a 50% chance to increase attack by 13% for 5 seconds upon landing a strike skill. So there's some RNG with that card, so I didn't really want to use it so it wouldn't skew the damage. The other thing about Rugal that's kind of a pain when doing this is he does have a reset on his second skill, and that's an RNG based reset, so 40% chance to reset the skill, but if it does, he will do more damage. So we're going to try to keep track of how often we use that hyper armor skill. I'm going to try to play these rounds exactly the same. So if the hyper armor does reset, I'm just not going to use it. I'm not going to use it again. And we're not going to use any strikers. And we're just going to try to use the hyper armor just once. If it resets, we won't use it again. All right, here we go. So it did reset. I'm not going to use it again. I'm just going to wait till the next rotation before I use it. Okay, and there we go. Now, let's go. And we're going to let that bleed. That bleed's already gone. So we did 20,761 or 20,761. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. And we're going to go ahead and do that run again just to make sure. We'll do it twice. I'm going to try to play it exactly the same. I mean, you're all going to notice that there really isn't some big difference between these 2 stones. Again, the hyper armor reset, but we're not going to use it. We don't want to do any more damage than what we did with the first rotation. There we go. And okay, and let's see here. So 20,722. So 20,722,000. So pretty much about the same score. We scored a little bit more the first round. Now let's go ahead and switch those stones. And I want y'all to also look at something else. We just gained 9,405 CP, right? When we equip the BS, the gold imprint stone, we gain 9,818. So we're only gaining about 300 CP by having the double attack stone. You're just gaining 2% more attack. So, 300 more CP, it's not massive in all honesty. It's just not that much. And again, I mean, you're going to get these stones for free is the thing. I mean, they're really the ones you should be leveling up. But I know a lot of you are really curious to see if this stone actually is better. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. And there you go, guys. 20,655,000, right? 20,655,000. So we did a slightly more damage with the double attack stone. We'll go ahead and run this one more time. Whoop. It's a shame that Rugal's bleed isn't a lasting dot effect. The bleed on the stone would make a lot bigger difference if it was. That's something else maybe we all should keep in mind. I mean, there you go, guys. 20,464,000. So, I mean, the double attack stone is doing more damage, but it's not by some insane margin. We got 20,655,000 with the BS stone. we got 20,761,000. We did about 110,000 more with the double attack stone. And in all honesty, I would rather have that BS stone that gives you that decreased damage received any day, especially for PvE content, especially with a character like Rugal, even a Orochi, because they can die, in all honesty, pretty easy against some of the immortal dungeons. And having that decreased damage received is very important for their survivability. And if you just go and level up a gold imprint stone, I mean, yeah, you're going to do a slightly more damage, at least in this last slot, but it's not really worth it. Sacrificing that survivability for that little bit of damage, to me, just isn't worth it. But let me know in the comments how you all feel about the damage comparisons. And again, if you did try to replace this first stone or this second stone, you're going to lose a lot of damage, because you're going to lose that 15% blast damage, and you're going to lose that 15% strike skill damage, which would really hurt them. So let me know how you're all feeling about this comparison. Make sure that you're saving your rubies for the BS banner. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT plus 7 times, Sunday through Thursday. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.